the stock market plunged hundreds of points today, and then it bounced back up. Why? There's a lot to untangle, so Stephanie Ruhle is here to walk Mark and I through it, since we know virtually nothing and you know virtually everything. Stephanie, what about this topic? What is going on with the market?
We have been taken for a wild ride, and just like a roller coaster, we've been up, we've been down, we've been terrified, and we're back to safety at the end of the day. But what does that mean for many of us? For the average American, our confidence is lost. So you might say, oh, just the rich guys lost money, but how does this affect someone any day? After a day like this, are people going to put a down payment on their house today? Buy a car tonight? Probably not. Hire a part-time worker.
We had an incredible run, right, for most of the year. Stock market on a tear. And then the last 2 weeks, today ended up even, but the last 2 weeks have been bad. So what is what's the deeper thing going on with why the market suddenly has gone south?
We have had the worst 15 days we have seen in years. Put it all together. Ebola, ISIS, geopolitical risks, central banks not getting it done. Even if the U.S. economy seems to be chugging along, we are not an island. And when the market loses confidence, it hurts everyone. It's going to hurt people from an investing standpoint and someone in the everyday world. And part of the reason is regulation. Everyone in D.C. wanted increased regulation. Elizabeth Warren said banks cannot be spending people's money. But unless the banks are able to act as a backstop, act as a cushion, when the knife starts falling, there's no one there to catch it.
Mark Halpert's in Boston. He's got a question for you.
Stephanie, you said we're not an island. The U.S. economy is chugging along decently, not gangbusters. Is there any other part of the world right now whose economic growth, whose economic engine could help propel the world economy forward along with the United States?
Right now, the U.S. economy is the best in the bunch. But if we're getting bad data out of China, if we're not seeing great policy making in Europe, we are all frozen. And when that happens and we lose confidence, what do people do? They take their money out of the market. And it's one thing if the market's up, the bulls are winning. If the market's down, the bears are winning. But when we're in this complete roller coaster, people just sit in cash, and that's not good for anyone. Well, except who kind of won today? The U.S. economy, because in times of fear, what are you going to buy? U.S. Treasuries? So the Fed had a winner.
All right, so every political candidate in the country right now is looking in a fraught way at these next 3 weeks because, you know,
they're scratching their heads.
They're figuring out what's going on. So I'd be a prognosticator. Do you think that the market is in for a rough ride for the next 3 weeks? Or is there some chance that today things are going to level out and be stable for the next few weeks?
We're hoping for stability, but there is no clear sign. There's no one who looks like he or she is going to step in and clear it up. Remember, now that banks can't take on any risk, thanks to Dodd-Frank, they can't help protect us in this situation. So really, we are in a true free market, so buyer beware. And that's not good for politics.
Stephanie, rule of law, golden rule. Stephanie Ruhle, thanks for having
me
us today.
Thank you.
Stephanie Ruhle, you're awesome.